Tuesday night baseball now from Comerica Park in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Anibal Sanchez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Joe Mauer heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
First baseman number 7, Joe Mauer.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
And the silver lining to that is that they do have their ace going here tonight. He's what folks used to call the stopper. You know, the guy you turn to when you needed to break a losing streak. So it's all on his shoulders here tonight.
Sanchez into his motion. 0-2 on its way. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, guys, I think this team just strikes out way too much. They're in the top 1/3 of the league. You've got to stay aggressive at the plate, but you also need to shift their focus to making contact and being more productive in 2-strike counts.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Eddie Rosario comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And our game time temperature this evening, a nice 74 degrees. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black, or even a little off of it.
Line softly out toward left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot. And he comes through big time right here with a first-inning single.
Miguel Sano will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And like most right-handed power guys, he's a good high ball hitter, so that's where you're going to want to keep that fastball going forward.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Yeah, the number 2 and 3 guys come through with back-to-back hits here with 1 out in the first. Now they've got something cooking, and they'll try to stake themselves to an early lead.
Brian Dozier will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
For the infielders tonight, be prepared. If he gets that sinker working like he normally does, it should generate a lot of ground balls.
Here it comes on 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Justin Upton is a classic corner outfielder that plays average to above average defense. He's not going to blow you away with his range, but he has a good arm and great instincts off the bat.
Eduardo Escobar will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. Twins nothing. Tigers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ricky Nolasco gets the ball for the Twins in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got 99 losses. 100, it's coming. But he just hopes to heck it's not coming in this one.
Eduardo Nunez has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Number 9.
And striding in is the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, now to get things rolling in the home half of inning number 1.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 5, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they got the road trip off to a rousing start, coming up with a big win in game 1. I doubt they'll all be that easy, but still, that was exactly what you're hoping for when you hit the road.
Sano is there, 1 away. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
You know, these guys fall out of bed every morning and hit. They're leading the league in hits right now, so that really makes it tough on an opposing defense and a pitching staff. So if they just keep the approach that they've had so far, they're golden.
Cameron Maybin strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
A good job there making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Miguel Cabrera will get his first shot here. As you can see, he currently leads the junior circuit in hitting.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
In there, strike 1. 0-1 delivery. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kepler sprinting after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap.
Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign.
Ball's there, and Suzuki makes the tag. He's out at the plate.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Victor Martinez comes forward, hoping to get it going at the plate. Only 1 hit in his last 4 ball games. To first, Mauer's there. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Tigers come up empty in the first. We've played an inning at Comerica Park with no score. Kurt Suzuki steps in looking to get it going offensively. Things have not been going his way of late.
Number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
Sanchez is ready. Here comes the first pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. And that is swung on and missed by Suzuki. He's down on strikes for the first out.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Standing in now, Max Kepler. Swing and a liner. Foul. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
And guys in the big leagues, they'll act like it didn't really hurt, but I'll tell you what, that is painful right there. He's wincing inside.
Stepping in now, Eduardo Nunez. Pitch is high. The throw. It's high, but a fine play to come down with it at second, and he's out trying to steal a base.
Well, you had a pretty good feeling it wasn't going to take long to see him on the move for second. He wants to make sure they pay for that hit by pitch. But they get the last laugh on him. They hit him, and they throw him out.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And no, I spoke too soon. It's by him for a 2-out hit.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Jorge Polanco set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
A runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Twins retired in short order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. J.D. Martinez will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Into the windup and the pitch. Too high, 1-0. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground is short. Polanco takes it in. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Nick Castellanos will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Called strike, 0-2.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Way outside. 1-2. Liner toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Justin Upton takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. The 0-2 delivery. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Sano is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the 2nd out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Into the box, James McCann. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. He enters play here at 288, 5 homers, and he's driven in 24. Here comes the 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Tigers leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Jorge Polanco steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Sanchez gets his sign. Here's the delivery. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy. He is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Up next for Minnesota, first baseman.
Let's check the grip on that last split-fingered pitch. You can see how wide his fingers get across the top of the baseball, and that's what gives it the backspin needed to be effective.
So here's Joe Mauer. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Kinsler's there for it. Throw on to first. Gets him from shallow right, and there's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Martinez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jose Iglesias will stand in right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
Shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Now batting, second
So with
baseman,
one away, a reminder that
Ian
Tigers
Kinsler.
baseball continues all season long on the show as you get a look there at what's on tap for the next 7 days. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Drilled to the left side. Polanco On the grass, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
And the key to this is that he's running hard out of the batter's box all the way. You know, with some guys, it's not always the case, but he is really busting it down the line, and he's going to get rewarded with the infield hit.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Runner at first here, one man out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Coming to the plate now, Miguel Cabrera. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
The 1-0 delivery. Drilled right back up the middle. Wow, a flip to second for one. On to Mauer, it's a double play, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Miguel Sano is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Sanchez sets his sights, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. And that misses 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. On a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but you know, he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Brian Dozier in now, popped out in his first trip.
And it was a breaking ball that seemed to fool him and induce that pop-up last time, so he may see a steady diet of those right here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Martinez. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter,
Eduardo Escobar is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hit to third. Taken in by Castellanos. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Victor Martinez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. J.D. Martinez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a liner, but foul. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. To short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The third baseman, number 9, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Justin Upton will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, better be careful.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. 2 out with the man at first. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Detroit. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Kurt Suzuki heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
First delivery to him on the way. Back at it is Sanchez as he moves ahead of the leadoff man here. 0-1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone. Then maybe your offense can go from there.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed by Suzuki. He's down on strikes for the first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Into the box now, Max Kepler. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
1 out, nobody on. Tap fouled at home plate. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Well, that's a nice piece of defensive hitting right there. What I mean by that, with 2 strikes, you've got to open that zone up a little because you don't want to get caught looking at strike 3. So he lets it fly here on a pitch pretty well out of the zone, but he makes it work out for him.
Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Here's a look over to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Pitch out, nothing doing, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Sanchez pauses, 1-2 on its way. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting.
And you'll see this again. This is a slider that backed up on him a little, and this looked like for sure it was going to fall in. But actually, it was hit a little too hard, and they're lucky to keep him off base there.
Standing in now, Jorge Polanco. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. SKID in the air to straightaway left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. Halfway home, still no score. James McCann comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Catcher, James McCann.
Here comes the first pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Ball 2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Got him swinging in the dirt. Suzuki corrals it. And he makes the throw to first. McCann is retired, and there's one away.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there. That means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And he misses with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota. This is pulled into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Oh, and a great way to kick off the inning here. That's going to get the go-ahead run to second base with that double. And, you know, even though it's still the sixth, you'd love to find a way to grab that lead right now and hopefully just let your bullpen take it home from here.
Eddie Rosario will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First offering on its way. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Kinsler with the bare hand. It's in time.
Oh, what a play. And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Miguel Sano. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with 1 gone. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
Yeah, that slider's been real good to him all night long. No reason not to ride that as much as he can.
And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Upton on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
That just didn't get enough of that one to get that run home. So that's probably a wise decision to hold at third.
Brian Dozier will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
And good movement on the fastball there from Sanchez as he jumps ahead with strike 1.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Fouled back. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. We are still scoreless. Cameron Maybin will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Nolasco gets his sign. First pitch on its way. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Polanco is there, and he's retired here 1 away.
The first baseman, number 24.
That slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
So one away, and that'll bring in Miguel Cabrera. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down 1-1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
Shot toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Oh, and he botches it. And he is in there. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Victor Martinez will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air out to left field. Rosario is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now.
The right fielder, number 28, J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his two trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And now third base coach Dave Clark's giving him the come on around third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, that's what he's done well all season. And that's swing the bat with runners in scoring position. He drives in another one here on the RBI double.
Nick Castellanos digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. For Martinez, that's now 25 doubles for him this season. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
That's a good approach right there with two away. He's just going to shorten up the stroke and take it right back up the middle. That'll be good enough to get the job done and pick up the 2-out RBI.
Here's Justin Upton now. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down. And they're starting to get into some better counts to hit, and that work's paying off.
1 ball.
Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. We're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. Eduardo Escobar will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Swing and a ball line hard towards short. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, his one job was to get on base with his club down by 2, and he did it. This will get the tying run to the plate, which is all you can ask for to start the inning.
Kurt Suzuki will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
He's set, now the pitch. And there he goes towards second. Hit hard to short. Kinsler for 1. On to first, and as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. 2 away.
Boy, right there, with the runner moving on that play, you didn't even think they were going to try to get it out at second base. But somehow, they still managed to turn over the double play.
Stepping in now, Max Kepler. Chop foul over towards the dugout. On his way to pitch number 75. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They're still down. It's 2-0. Rob Green will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Rob Green.
James McCann will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Hot shot on the ground is short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Jose Iglesias will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A pause and the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Hit hard to the right side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
He's safe. The batter, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And the lineup will turn over now for the leadoff hitter, Ian Kinsler. Comes set. Now the pitch. Now both runners are breaking. High in the air out towards shallow right. Sano is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out.
Center fielder number 4, Cameron Maybin.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maybin. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sano is there. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count, because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
Here it comes, 1-0. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
2 down, runners at first and second. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And the count will be full. Taken high and deep to right. Sano ranging back. Gone! A 3-run shot off the bat of Miguel Cabrera. And even 30 home runs on the year. And the Tigers add on. It's now a 5-0 score.
Oh, and he's a strike away from getting out of this unscored upon, but you can see the location mistake there. And now, all of a sudden, he goes from possibly hanging a goose egg to serving up a 3-run home run.
Victor Martinez will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
And now, as a reliever, you've got to go out and give 100% and focus on the task at hand. And you can't let the emotion enter into the equation, or it'll mess up your concentration and things will get even worse.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 3 runs already home here. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Nunez is going to get there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But not before 3 cross the plate for the Tigers on the strength of this 3-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th, and the lead is now 5-0. Leading off the inning, Eduardo Nunez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. One and two, here it comes. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shut out and tack as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Jorge Polanco will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready on 1-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. It's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Joe Mauer will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ryan Presley is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Ryan Presley.
Digging in, J.D. Martinez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Here's the 0-2. Got him.
As we check the sequence again, here's how you conserve some pitches out there. Start off with a fastball for strike 1. Get ahead in the count. Then, nasty slider for strike 2. Then he finishes the job with a nice overhand curveball. Wasted no time. That's all she wrote.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. It's a solo shot off the bat of Nick Castellanos. Home run number 15 for him thus far. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
The left fielder, number
Here's
8.
Justin Upton now.
Upton.
Fly ball heading for the alley. And this is into the alley. Extra bases here for Upton. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And they'll keep it going here as he's into third base with a triple.
Really showing some good base running right there. Might have thought about stopping at second, but he kept on going and made it into third with his 7th triple of the year.
James McCann digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Pause, now the pitch. Oh, and the bunt attempt is missed here. And now they'll apply the tag on him between third and home as the squeeze attempt fails here, and there are suddenly 2 away now.
And you know, guys, I'm not so sure this is going to sit so well in that opposing dugout. Even though this thing doesn't work out for him, it's a little bit of that rubbing your noses in it when you call for a squeeze play with a big lead like they already have.
The 0-1 on its way. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
And the way these guys have been swinging at everything, I'm surprised he didn't go after that one, too.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Tigers get one on this swing of the bat from Nick Castellanos. Last chance coming up here for the Twins, and this is now a 6-0 ball game. We're set for what's left of this one from Detroit as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. Mark Lowe will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Mark Lowe.
Eddie Rosario will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
You can't afford to be doing that when you're playing catch-up.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. A reminder to stick around after the ball game ends tonight. We'll have full highlights from this evening's contest right here on the show. Stepping in, Miguel Sano. He flew out in his last at-bat. Out in front of it, strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Wow, talk about a difference that 24 hours makes. Yesterday, these guys were hitting everything in sight, but things sure have changed this time around. They haven't been able to get anything going at all.
Brian Dozier will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Now here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And that's cut on and missed, so now the Twins are down to their final strike here. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, the Tigers got a great start in this one out of the gentleman you see there. Anibal Sanchez. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Tigers win it 6-0. Good night from Detroit.